Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here. I hope that you guys are well. It's my birthday show. I'm so excited. I want to welcome you. I want to let you know that we're over in the chat room. You can find that by heading over to 12radio.com, click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. Or, of course, you can always come and see me on the live stream. And if you want to come see me on the live stream, just head over to Katie Weaver Domestic Mystic on YouTube or Facebook. Honestly, if I were you, I'd want to be in the live stream today because I have a lot of cool stuff to show you because I'm giving it all away for my birthday giveaway show. But if you want to just listen and be in the chat, you're welcome to. I'm keeping an eye on it. And if you have not joined before, you will want to ask for entry. It's a private group, and Scott will gladly let you in the door. So that's the way to do it if you want to come over and chat. I do have my eyes on the chat over in the chat room as well as in both live streams. So I will see you regardless. Excuse me. And of course, I am here for it. So Scott and I are coordinating. He's helping me to be able to, obviously give away all my stuff. Right, I just realized I missed one thing on our form, so I'm gonna do it real quick. I also didn't tell him. So, Scott, I did share a Google Doc with you so that we can keep all of our stuff together. I missed the 10-minute readings, and there's 2 of them, so, you really don't wanna mess that up, do you? I don't. So all you have to do to win something, to win a gift from me today, is say hi in one of the chat rooms. That's it. Once I see your face there, once Scott sees your face there, we'll put you in the drawing, and that's the way it goes. So that's how it is. And thank you all so much. My birthday's on Friday. This is the closest time. I guess we could have waited till next week, but why do you want to wait for a birthday party? Not me. Hey, Shalisa, Robin, Jacqueline, Mary, Liliane, Deb, Julie, Maya, Laura, Veronica, Jacqueline, Jane, Robin, Renee, Rebecca. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I'm excited. Oh, Terry and Pamela. Hey, everybody. I'm excited. I have been down in my studio just shopping my my inventory so that I had plenty to show up with. And as usual, I asked Scott, "Is this too much?" Maureen, Tamra. I, of course, he said, "Mm-hmm, for sure." But I know you're going to do it anyway, and I'm all about it. So there you go. So, this show is about showing you some of my creations and some of my favorite things. Hey, Laurie, and getting to then give some of it away to you guys. So that's how it goes. And of course, we will still do our Kathleen reading today. So don't worry, we won't forget that. That's always has to be done. That's a big part of this show this whole year. So, you may have noticed or heard that Scott is leaving 1 2 Radio. So, he's producing me today because I didn't feel like I could do it myself and do the whole birthday giveaway because that's just an awful lot. Hey, Jaylee. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it for him. So, just so busy with all of his other work and businesses and umpiring a billion games a week and just ready to hang up his headset. So that's kind of it's a weird thing for me. I'm kind of sad to be honest, but at the same time, we've been 1 2 radio partners around here for 8 years, but he'll still be in the background, of course, and all is well. So that's how it goes. Change happens, and my little cancer heart, we don't like change. We fight change. We kick, we scream. Hey, Shireen, we're not all about it. But before we do any of that, I have to point out it is the summer solstice. So happy summer solstice to all of you. I have a love hate relationship with the summer solstice. I love this turn of the wheel for a lot of reasons, mostly because it gets me closer to fall. I don't love summer. I like the laid back energy of summer. I just can't. Hey, Sid. Hey, Deb. I just cannot freaking do the heat. I can't. My body hates it. Hates it. In fact, a lot of times the sun feels like a vicious enemy. And so I have to learn how to balance that within myself. I love summer nights. I love it when the sun goes down and it cools off a little and it's gorgeous outside and you can smell all of the trees and you can take a drive. Hey, Mary. And you can, roll down the windows and or go sit in the yard. And that's what I love about summer or summer nights. But fall is where it's at for me. I don't hate summer. I just can't do the sun. But I like the laid back energy of summer, and that's what I have to find myself in too. Right. Right, Lillian hates the heat and she's in Florida. I know, you guys. Some of you guys in much hotter places than me. Mary said it's 107 there today. Good God. It was in the 50s here over the weekend. 50s. It was rainy and gorgeous and magical and cool, and now it's like more. So I'm actually going to Boise this weekend to celebrate my birthday. Uh, my sisters are going. Scott's staying home. He has to umpire, but most of the rest of us are going, and we're going to stay with Matea, and we've decided that we're just going to be foodies all weekend. I said, if we look at one fast food or chain restaurant, I will punch somebody. No, we're going to go to all the cool places. We've been on the foodie blogs and the TikTok foodies for Boise, and we're planning out where we want to eat. So mostly it's a food trip. Actually, we're going down to go to the Lavender Festival. There's a huge lavender festival that happens this weekend every year, and we miss it every year because of softball or a family reunion. This year, we're blowing off the family reunion. We didn't have softball. We're going. So it's a big event that happens over 7 different lavender farms in that area. So you basically just hit every one. Some of them are just giving tours of their facility. Uh, one of them, I believe, is also a winery, so that's going to be interesting. And then 2 of them have actual, like, full-on festivals going on as well. So, but it's going to be in the 90s, and that sucks. But it's okay. I'm going to deal. It is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. So, yeah, you get to buy all their lavender products from them and see their farms and the way they do their stuff. And yeah, doesn't that sound amazing? I'm so excited. So, anyway, fun trip to Boise this weekend. And we're just going to birthday it up. That's what's going on. I posted a link to Luminous. Hey, JR, in the chat. And I want to start there. Hey, Marlene and Denise and Annika. Annika, it's good to see you, babe. How you doing? I put a link to Luminous in the chat. I'm going to share it. Let's take a look at that quickly, and then we'll keep on moving. I'm also taking the puppies with, so, and Rico. Poor Scott. He's going to be puppyless for the whole weekend. Okay. So this is a picture of the sun coming up over Stonehenge for the summer solstice. I don't know if you've seen it before, but there's a group that posts a live stream of the sun coming up over Stonehenge for the solstice. I watched it this time. It's pretty amazing. Pretty cool that they do that. So, of course, we called Luminous the Summer Solstice Edition because it is super original. And I just wrote a few thoughts about this time of year. I was thinking about how when I was a kid, what we did in the summer. Of course, it was my birthday, so that was always an exciting part of the summer. But we had a trampoline, and when I was a kid, we would sleep out on the trampoline in the summer practically every night. I can't imagine that now. We didn't even have a fenced yard. Like, holy shit, right? But that was the 80s and the 90s, and I guess it was okay. But one morning, we went outside to jump on the trampoline, and it was gone. And we had left some sleeping bags and bedding and stuff on it because we did sleep out there a lot, and all that stuff was on the ground, and the trampoline was gone. And we went in the house and told our mom the trampoline was gone. Well, a trampoline doesn't just disappear. And this was one of the rectangular ones. It was really cool. You could get some serious height on that sucker. We probably are lucky we all lived through it. But anyway, we literally looked all over our yard and there was no trampoline. And our mom was like, still in her nightgown, and she's like, come on, the trampoline doesn't disappear. And we're like, Mom, the trampoline is gone. So she finally came outside and checked it out, and the trampoline was gone. So she called the police, and they came, and they actually could see the drag marks where someone had dragged it out of our yard. And there into the field next to us, you could actually see footprints, and the police showed us right where it was. They said they must have backed it right up to a trailer or a pickup and drug it this way and put it on it. And they did. Stole our trampoline. Can you imagine? Yep. So we did an insurance claim. Our homeowners actually did do a claim on it, and we were able to buy a new trampoline, but it was round, and that was never as cool as the rectangular one we had. But could you imagine stealing a trampoline for Christ's sake? First of all, what kind of a monster steals a trampoline from kids? But second of all, why? Why? Stealing a trampoline? Anyway, I've never gotten over it apparently. Hello, Chris. Hey, Kylie. Yeah, Scott said apparently. I might have told him the story a few thousand times. But oh, Mary said, "Hey, Carol, can you share a link to of the live stream for the solstice? I'd love to see it." I don't have it. I mean, I can, yes, but I will tell you, Raven posted it last night, Mary. So you can go find it on her page, or I can find it after the show and send it over to you. Yeah. Anyway, but when I was a kid, there were a lot of bike riding, lots of gymnastics in the yard, lots of sleeping out, lots of hanging out with friends, lots of going to the park, lots of riding our bikes to Maverick to fill our Maverick mugs. Did you guys have that? Scott and I were joking about this the other day. We would ride our bikes a few blocks to the Maverick, fill our Maverick mugs for a quarter, and fill up the gas can so we could come home and uh, mow the lawn. And then we'd have to take turns carrying this heavy gas can all the way back home. Anyway, I know not everyone has a Maverick, but when we were kids, you could buy a mug from them that was, I don't know, like this big probably for a few dollars. And then you could refill that mug with soda anytime you wanted for 25 cents. And then it got more expensive, I'm sure over time. But anyway, Maverick mugs were a thing. That was a jam. Oh, he says probably 7-Eleven for the rest of the world. Oh, good Lord. Annika says it's been 116 where she is. Good Lord. You're no kidding, Rebecca. She said that looks like bad karma to steal a trampoline. That's just looking for an injury. No kidding. Somebody probably broke their leg on that trampoline. Frankly, they probably saved us from breaking our legs on that trampoline. But it was more like the gymnastics style, where it was longer. You could do some tricks, man, and catch some air. All right. Well, anyway, just some summer thoughts for the summer solstice. Let's keep moving. So, Miss Kelly is basically on break. She did give us a great update this week of a few things to know, but she is in Hawaii having all kinds of fun. So, good for her. So, there you go. She said vacation mode activated. I hope, Kelly, you're having the time of your life. My tip of the week, I gave you some summer solstice candle magic. So, light gold candles to welcome the sun, light brown candles to welcome the fae and bless your garden, and light green candles to celebrate the growth of the crops. and so on and so forth. So I'll let you go the rest of the way through Luminous on your own. We don't have a lot of time for it today, but that's what's up. That's what's going on in there. So lots of cool stuff. Maureen said it's amazing the stuff I could fit in the basket of my purple Stingray bike. Hell yes. Resourceful, man. Oh, Sid. Sid said stealing the trampoline is along the lines of someone dumping out my garden trash on my driveway to steal my trash container. Good Lord. And JR said she had a Christmas tree stolen from the front of her house. Wow. We don't, and especially as a kid, we didn't really have a lot of theft and stuff like that. The police were dumbfounded. In fact, I think they didn't quite believe us for a few minutes, but they had a whole gaggle of, you know, sad kids and a pretty pissed off mom assuring them that it did happen. So, well, I think that we better start talking about some giveaways because we have a lot to give away. One of the things I'm giving away today, and I can't believe I haven't done this before, but I haven't, is my deck. I rarely talk about this. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is the deck that I designed along with my sisters years ago, the Psychic Sisters. This is the Ground, Bless, Protect, and Move deck. So the deck itself is broken up into four different categories. So there's 12 ground cards. 12? I don't know. I shouldn't say. It's been years. But there are ground cards that give you some ideas on how to ground yourself. There are bless cards that give you some great ideas about blessing yourself. For example, here's the blessing your food card. Here is the grounding with water card. The protect cards were all put together by Christy. I should say, Rhonda was in charge of the ground. I was in charge of the bless. Christy was in charge of the protect. Here's one of the protect cards, the talisman card. And Kara was in charge of the move cards. Let me find a move card to show you. Yeah, Tai Chi. And then there's a handful of bonus cards that are just things to think about. Like this is the daydream card. Daydream or dream all day. You need a break to rest and rejuvenate. Your mind, body, and spirit need a jammy day. So this deck is meant to be used to pull cards from all of the categories or just pull a few straight from the deck to give you some ideas for spiritual self-care. We're so busy taking care of our physical bodies in so many aspects that you might not even think about, but you work so that you can what? Have shelter and food, right? You have to sleep. You have to drink water. You have to put clothing on that body. You have to wash that body. You know, some of us preen these bodies a lot or exercise these bodies or whatever. But so much of what you do is to service your physical body in some way. Very little of what we consciously do or subconsciously do just on the survival level is about taking care of your physical body. What does your spirit get? Well, sometimes you need some reminders to take good care of your spirit as much as you take good care of your body, or at least care of your body. Because even if you're not taking what you might consider to be good care of your body, you're still taking care of your body. You have to, or you wouldn't be here, right? You have to take basic care enough so that you can stay alive. So, you know, anyway, so that was the idea behind these cards is just some great suggestions on things you can do to take better care of yourself spiritually. Because when it comes to physical care, you know you have to eat and your body will sure as hell tell you when you're hungry, right? You know you have to drink water or you're going to get thirsty, blah blah blah. But we forget to take care of our spirits and I feel like we were never taught to take care of our spirits except for maybe in a religious aspect, which actually kind of just turns into an uncomfortable thing, right? I just realized I showed you guys my bruise on accident. Do you want to see my bruise? Do you want to see the damnedest bruise you've ever seen? Do not panic. I am fine. It just bruised really bad. I had a fall. I tripped in over, well, a blanket actually, and hit my arm on the back of a chair, the side of a chair, and you will not believe what it did to my arm. Look at this bruise. Yeah. It started up here, and now it's just kind of bled all the way it's ran all the way down here. I know. It looks horrific. I know. It looks much, much worse than it is, but I'm actually just pretty impressed with it now. Every day it's different. It was absolutely black, and now it's more like brownish, but it's run clear down to the bottom of my arm. It's just so weird. Yeah. I have to take pictures of it every day and send my kids because I'm like, look at this bruise today. Yeah, I have been putting arnica on it, Carol. Yes, I know. It's a hell of a bruise, right? I've never had a bruise this big ever. But yikes, I know. It bruised the second I did it too. Like the bruise started immediately, but it took like 2 days for it to like fully like turn black and insane. But anyway, I'm fine actually, but holy shit, right? For my football player son and nephew that both constantly have had bruises because of their sport. Well, and my softball player daughter who's had softball sized bruises lots of times. This has been pretty impressive, to be honest. I even started to wonder, like, do you have to have medical care for bruises anytime? Because this is unbelievable. But right, Laurie? I know. Yes, I know. Good lord. But every time I wear a short sleeve shirt, someone sees it and goes, "Wha what happened to you?" Not as exciting as you'd think. The arm of a chair, that's it. I'm thinking I'm just bruising easily, actually, like, probably from meds, but anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's what happened. But I noticed I lifted my arm up in the live stream and I could see it, and I thought, maybe I should just show you. Anyway, so yes, I have been putting arnica on it. Yeah. Maybe that's why it's turning colors so fast. So I'm going to share a link with you guys for my deck in case you're interested in buying it. If you're not, no worries whatsoever. But if you want it, you can order it. It's from the company called makeplayingcards.com. And what they do is it's kind of a place that you can upload your designs and then they print on demand, which really changed the world of the new age world of people wanting to do a deck. You know, you can write a book and self-publish it anytime. It's not that big of a deal. But right, JR said, "Don't traumatize your kids like that." Right? Every day getting pictures of this gnarly bruise. Scott and Mars being forced to look at it several times a day. But anyway, so a few years ago when makeplayingcards.com started offering this service, a lot of oracle decks and tarot decks were published that way because otherwise, we actually already had this deck done and had tried to publish it a few times. Couldn't get a publisher interested. Fine, whatever. Fine, Llewellyn. Okay, but uh, to publish your own deck like that and have it printed was exorbitantly expensive. And then you'd have to carry your own inventory and do all of the shipping and try and get it into stores and like stuff that most people just do not have the capacity or the time to do. And then in come makeplayingcards.com, who, so long as you can copyright your stuff to yourself, you can set your stuff up with them. It's pretty amazing. So that's why they are there because they are a print on demand service and it makes it so you can do decks. That's where Kelly McLean has done her decks. It's where Mo has done his decks. I think there's some others in the 1-2 family that have done decks there too. But anyway, that was like a game changer for people that wanted to publish a deck and couldn't, in the first place. So it definitely changed things. It made things so much easier to do. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know bromelain was good for bruising. Interesting. Thank you, Shireen. I did not know. That's good to note. Bromelain is pretty amazing for a lot of things. It's so good for digestion too. So I'm going to give one of you, I'm going to drop ship you this deck. Not this one, but from them. Which actually you'll have a better deck than mine because since I had mine deck ordered, I've updated a few of the cards because I didn't like them and made them better. So you'll get like the most updated version. So I'm going to send one person that deck. I'm also going to send one person one of my favorite things from Jade Bloom. Jade Bloom is the essential oil company that I am an affiliate for. I I do precious little with that except for that I mostly just really like to refer their products because I think they're awesome. And to me, they're one of the best essential oil companies out there. There's some really good companies, don't get me wrong. These guys just have really fair prices and they're constantly coming up with new stuff and I just love them. So, the oil I'm going to drop ship to whoever wins it is their Harmony Hormone Blend. It's a mood stabilizer. It smells amazing. I love this blend. I actually wear this one almost every day just as perfume. It's one of those kinds of blends that smells different on everyone because it attunes itself to your hormones or to your makeup, your chemistry, which I think is kind of interesting. So I put links in the chat for it if you would like to go see it. But I am going to drop ship a bottle of Harmony to somebody. Yeah, seriously, one of my favorite. I don't know if I can even explain what it smells like, except for that on me, I think it smells perfumey. How's that? It's a blend of fennel, clary sage, marjoram, Bulgarian lavender, blue yarrow, and jasmine. Yeah. If you are somebody, some people get migraines from yarrow, so you got to be a little bit careful with that and know that about yourself. But most people would do fine with that. So, all righty. Well, let's look at some other favorite things. So, I made some mugs that I'm really in love with. And I'm going to send you two mugs out. So, two of you are going to win a mug. So, there's the Blessed Bee mug. And Scott's going to share pictures in the chat room for you guys so that you can see what else is there. If you're not in the live stream and can't see it. Oh, Maureen, you will love it. The clary sage in it is, I think, what makes it such a great hormone mood stabilizer or hormone blend. Uh, clary sage is used a lot. So years ago, when Young Living, when Young Living was all the rage with essential oils, they had developed a blend for women that they called Dragon Time. hmm And I know this may come as a surprise to all, but women didn't like the name of Dragon Time because go to hell, right? So then they had to rename it. But I've always laughed about the fact that they thought that seriously, some man, I'm assuming, thought that naming a women's blend for hormone balance would be appropriate to name it Dragon Time. I'm guessing someone, fire breathed their head right off and they had to rename it. But I've laughed about that for years. But anyway, it's the clary sage in it is that's a huge part of it. But anyway, moving on. So this is my Blessed Bee mug. I absolutely love this image. Isn't it pretty? So it says Blessed Bee, and of course it's kind of a pagany one. It's got the triple moon goddess. You can't see all the detail in the live stream. If you win this one, when you see the detail, you'll be blown away. It is beautiful. So, and these are sublimated mugs. And then this is another image I love. It's the Let It Be image. It's a dragonfly on a lotus, and it says, well, let it be. So, two people are going to win mugs. I have this one on a bigger coffee mug. I love it so much. And I have this on a hoodie. All right. And then one of you is going to win one of our prototypes for our hidden crystal candles. So these are the candles. We started making these a few months ago. I actually do have these on Etsy. These are the prototypes. So they're not exactly the same as the ones on Etsy. The ones on Etsy have fancier wax, but and they're all filled with aura quartz. These ones are filled with what crystals I had to try out our idea. And so they're not exactly the same, but the theory is the same. You burn them down, and they have these fancy little bamboo tweezers in them. And as you burn them down, you'll start seeing some crystals emerge that you can pull out of there and hang on to. So they're a lot of fun. I absolutely love these. I think this one is the Nog Champa. It smells amazing. So anyway, one of you is winning one of these. But I did put a link to Etsy in the chat room if you're interested in those. Uh, they're awesome. The ones that we have on Etsy have the fancy palm wax, and so they look all like feathery and shimmery. They're really pretty. Okay, one of you is going to win some space clearing stuff. So there's an abalone shell, and I think it's six hand wrapped sage sticks. These are all sage sticks that are locally gathered where I live and wrapped by me. So some of them are just plain sage, some of them have rosemary, lavender, or roses wrapped into them. So the whole set of these. I know. Isn't that awesome? Scott and I argued over this one. Abalone shells are getting hard to get. So we've been hoarding ours just a little bit, and he's like, "I get it, but you really want to give up an abalone shell?" Yes, I do. So so you are getting an abalone shell, but yeah, abalone shells are getting tougher to get, which is that means that we suck and we're over foresting or harvesting as usual. But anyway, well, that's true. We're stopping to overharvest abalone, and that's why. So anyway, there you go. So I did share a link for sage. I don't have the abalone shells on Etsy, because Scott's hoarding them. But I do have my sage there, so I posted that too. But anyway, so that's something. Okay, art. 5 of you are getting art from me from my foil art collection. So I'm going to show them to you. They're kind of hard. The They're really hard to show this way, but I'll just do my best. The ring light just shines off them bad. And honestly, I think the foil art is a little bit easier too. Wonder if I helps. Nah, that didn't help at all. Anyway. Oh, puka shells got wiped out after the 70s necklace trend. I did not know that, but that's really sad. Okay. Can you see it? I know. These are, oh, there you go. I just kind of have to tip it. All right. So there's 5 different pieces of art. Isn't that eye cool? So these are ones that some were designed by me, or I purchased the design from somebody who's a better designer than me, and printed and foiled by me. Okay, this is one of my favorites. My daughter Matea has a tattoo really similar to this on her calf. When our kids turned 17, hey Sharon, they were allowed to get a tattoo. And hey Tamara, and this kid, most people, their first tattoo, like you get a thing, a little thing, right? Oh no, she had an entire calf piece picked out. And it looks quite a bit like this, except for all of the butterflies have their own design and their full color. And it took 6 hours and 2 sittings, maybe 3 sittings to finish it and like $500. But she was all about it. She had a job. She paid for most of it. And that's how she does stuff. Matea doesn't do things small. She does the things she wants to do right out of the gate, and that's what she wanted. But I love this design. I just think it's so sweet. Okay. This is one of my favorites. It well, when it's not upside down. Even then it's pretty great. It says, "The stars can't shine without darkness." Yeah, very sweet. Okay. And then lastly, I don't know why I chose so many rainbow pieces. They're almost all rainbow. I don't know why. Yeah. Hello, Ife. Ife, is that correct? Feel free to correct me. Okay. But hello. This moth. Isn't she pretty? Gorgeous. I will admit, when my kids were home last, I made them sit at the table and foil with me for hours to get all my foiling done I wanted to do for the fairs we're doing this summer. But anyway, so these five FA. Thank you. I knew as soon as I said that, I knew that had to be wrong. Okay. FA. Thank you so much and welcome. Okay. So there you go. So five of you are going to win these and then socks. You know, I have been sublimating socks like a madwoman for a while, and I have a big collection now. So, alrighty. So I'm just going to show you all the socks. So there's 10 pairs of socks, and I'm going to give away five. So you'll get two pair if you win socks. Oh, I still got it wrong. Oh my gosh. F hey? Effie? Oh, Effie. Is it Effie? Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry. This is on me. I really hate mispronouncing people's names, but yeah, I know. It's this online business. Anyway, so if you win socks, you'll get two pairs. So I was just going to show you the ones that I have pulled out. I think these are so cute with the magic bag and the crystals and the dragonflies and the half or the sickle. Is that what we're going to call that? We'll just call it the moon socks. And this cute design. The socks are they're polyester. They're ankle socks. They're super, super comfy and soft. Really soft. This is one of my favorite designs. I have this design foiled and framed and hanging in my office, and it's so pretty. And like this iridescent teal color. Oh, more let it be. Because I cannot let it be. I love this design. Sorry, you guys that are not in the live. I know this part's probably kind of boring. And then more let it be socks that are actually bees. Isn't that cute? And lastly, some very cute rainbow socks, perfect for Pride Month. So there you go. I think that's all of my show and tell. And I'm also giving away two readings. So 2 10-minute readings over at 1 2 Listen. So I think that's everything. Hello, Quelly. I know. This is why Scott said you went crazy this time, but he said, I don't care. I'm going to let you go. You do what you want. Oh, good. Scott's posting in the chat room so that you guys in the chat can see pictures of everything I'm talking about here. Here's the thing with a lot of this stuff, the socks and the art and the mugs. None of that is on Etsy. So if you see something you love and you don't win it, but it's something you want and you want to buy it from me, just send me a message. It's no big deal at all. Just send me a message and I will get it to you. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing that Scott is like, he's drawing names like crazy. All right. Well, do we just go for it? Maybe we just go for it. So on the socks and the art, I'm n well, and the mugs, I'm just gonna send you one of them. So it can be whatever when I choose for you. So I think that's kind of a fun way to do it because that way I won't have to, I can send you what I feel and I won't have to it's too much. It's too much work to figure it out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what would I do without you, Scott, doing this for me? Seriously. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think we're ready. So here's how this works. If I call your name, all you have to do is send me an email or send Scott a Facebook message with your address. And if your name is different than your username, then you probably are going to want to make sure we know what your name is too. And if you wouldn't mind telling us what you won, that's actually pretty helpful too because, well, we're doing a bunch today. So I'm putting my email address in the chat room. So you have that. So you can email me with your address or you can send it to Scott. If I give you something and you do not want me to send you something, that's completely fine. Just say so. Just tell me and you I will regift it to somebody else. I know some of you have, due to privacy issues, maybe don't want to just hand out your address and that's totally cool too. I get it entirely. So either way, it's all good. No hurt feelings ever, right? It's all in good fun. So let's get started because there's so much to do. Okay. All right. So on socks. So socks are going. Should I do like the Vanna White? I can't do it with all the socks. The socks are going to Shaylee, Sid, Shireen, Lioness Morleen, and Kylie. So again, Shaylee, Sid, Shireen, Lioness Morleen, and Kylie. So send me an email or Scott a Facebook message, either way, with your address. And even if you've won something from me in the past, send it to me again because I probably don't have it. And we will send you your stuff. Okay. On the art, the people who won the art are, and I'm going to say it wrong yet again, F-A, F-A, Ife. It's all wrong. It's fine. Maya, Pamela G, Renee, and Deb. Let's see. We might have 2 Renees, Scott. I gotta double check on that. Nope, I think we just have 1. Okay, we're set. So Renee A. Very good. Okay. Oh, Quelly, you have to have a partial hysterectomy? Oh, babe, I'm sorry. Sending lots and lots of love your way. Dang. However, I know your family will take fabulous care of you. Okay. On the mugs. The mugs are going to Annika and Lara. Lara F. The Sage and Shell. Going to Carol C. The candle, and I think this might be wonderful for your brand new digs, is going to Lillian. The card deck is going to Tamra. I think, did we have more than one Tamra? I don't think we did. I think it's just one Tamra, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, Scott double checked. He's 10 steps ahead of me. I'm just second guessing him. Just stop it. Okay. The jade bloom is going to Shalisa. So, Shalisa, I will get that out to you. I do need your address, though. And then two 10-minute readings. Two 10-minute readings. The first is going to Rebecca, and the second is going to Denise. So, you guys, the 1 10-minute readings, that's at 1 2 listen. I will be in contact with you to get you those minutes sent over. That's a lot of stuff, but we gave it away really freaking fast. So there you go. All righty. So again, just make sure that you either email me or you send Scott a message, either way, and we will be sure to get your stuff out to you, hopefully in the next week. I'd like to do it like really fast, but you know, I don't do anything really fast. So except for spend money. That's no problem at all. You can do that real quick. But thank you all for celebrating my birthday with me. You guys, I love it. This is actually one of my very favorite parts of my birthday. I enjoy this a lot. Now, I don't know if I can say that after the Lavender Festival, but I'll let you know next week how it all went down. So, we need to do our bibliomancy. So, this is the reading that we're doing every week this year. This is from Kathleen Peterson's book, We Are Here for You, a channeled message. And most of you know this, but if you don't, Kathleen was a very dear colleague of mine who passed in October. And one of the gifts we still have from Kathleen are her words and her channelings. She was a very gifted channel. So, this is a book of 98 channeled messages from different archangels and light beings. So the way we do it is we just ask, what do we need to know this week? And we flip open a page and we read the message from her, that channeled message, and we apply it to the week ahead. So I will find the page. Oh, Kathleen, you're the best because it's Bridget, and Bridget is one of my goddesses. She's one of the ones that represents me and that that I really feel deeply. So I love that. Yay. All right, here we go. With great respect, I come to you today to honor you. You of great strength and understanding. You of great power and gentleness. You who have awakened to the spirit within. I am here to stand beside you and help you as you move further into your awakening and as you speak to others about what you know. We of the other realms are all available to help you acknowledge your gifts and use them for the highest good of all. We see you begin to slowly take the steps that open you to all that is yours by divine right, and we support and applaud your efforts. We know that some of you are taking tentative steps and that you hold fear and doubt about your gifts and the role you are to play in this life. Call on me when you are unsure about the information you receive after asking your guides and angels what is your next step or or your role today. I will help you release the doubt about your abilities and your fear of being open to the information you possess. You may call on me to release the fear and the doubt that comes upon you when you decide to follow your guidance. Each of you has awakened to that which is within, and each of you faces your own illusions that you are not worthy and that there is some mistake on the part of spirit. I tell you now that there is no mistake, and you are worthy of things that to you are amazing and to us are merely examples of using your gifts for the highest good of all. Do not fear that you are speaking of things that are beyond your ability to know. You have within you the connection with your universal wisdom, and you already know more than you think you know. It is time for each of you to release the beliefs that you are unworthy and unqualified. Listen to that which comes from within and know that whenever information is of a positive nature, it is leading you closer to spirit, that this information is correct. Call on me to assist you in releasing these fears and help with your strength to be who you are here and now today. I will stand beside you and support you as you move more fully into your divine purpose. You are perfect beyond your wildest imagination, and you are capable of knowing and doing many things beyond anything you currently understand. All of us from the other realms are waiting for you to call on us to make your life easier and to ensure that you will feel supported and joyful as you take your rightful place among the teachers and mystics on the earth plane today. I thank you for reading this and repeat. Call on us whenever you wish confirmation or information about your choices. We can also go before you to sweep the path you walk so that it is less of a struggle. I give you respect and love, and I welcome you into your awakening self. And again, that is Bridget or Brigitte. Thank you, Kathleen. I love that. I think it's a good reminder to all of us. I think it's amazing how often in life people kind of feel like a fraud, you know? Maybe you are or you aren't uh, living up to who you think you're supposed to be, but I think it's a good reminder that you are exactly who you're supposed to be. Nothing more, nothing less. You are the person you were born to be. And if you want to keep working on yourself and changing yourself, fine. But you don't have to. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to get in shape. You don't have to color your hair. You don't have to get Botox. You don't have to quiet your voice. You don't have to be less bossy or less loud. You don't have to laugh quieter. You don't have to smile more. You can just be yourself. You are who you're supposed to be. And if that makes other people uncomfortable, fuck them. You get to be yourself. I love that saying that if you're too much for someone, that's their problem, not yours. And also that you are not for everyone, right? It's a good reminder. But also, you are worthy of all of the gifts of the universe. I was raised in a religion that was all about worthiness. You had to prove your worthiness frequently. And your worthiness was based on whether you were obedient and whether you were paying. hmm And if you were doing those things, well, then maybe you were worthy enough. It took me a long, long time to realize that that's a bunch of bullshit. That you can be worthy just by being on this planet. You can be worthy by just doing your best, whatever that is. You know, your best and someone else's best aren't the same thing. Sometimes your best might just be getting out of bed and taking a shower today, right? Maybe someone else's best is running a 5K. I don't know. That's their best. We have to stop measuring ourselves against everybody else and just celebrating who we are, the skin we're in, the bodies we're in, the people we are. I think we have to remember that we weren't put here to suffer. We weren't put here to constantly have to shame and guilt ourselves into doing things because we think we should. That's not true. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. I think we were put here so that we can thrive. I think we were put here so that we can learn. And I think we were put here so we can help everyone else get there too. That's what I think. Okay. Well, that was a hell of a soapbox. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for celebrating with me. Again, be sure that you send your address over if you want a gift from me today so that I can get it in the mail to you. I appreciate you guys very, very much. I love you. Thank you for being a part of my path. Thank you for being here with me for yet another trip around the sun. And here's to many more for all of us and being here together. This has been the Katie Weaver Show here on 1 2 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.